followers of geometric tutorials, you are welcome to this edition of our program. In this program, I want to show you the correct way to apply floor shaders such as tiles, marbles, and granite. Why I made use of that word correct way is because some users of Artlantis apply floor shaders wrongly. When I mean wrongly, this is what they do. Once they have a floor like this and they want to apply floor shader on it, they just look at this because this is tiles. They just drag these tiles and drop on it. And once they drop it on it, they just click at this spot, and then increase this. Then they go back and also increase this again. They look at it and feel that it is okay. And they say, yes, it's good. They now change it to horizontal. This is what most users, if I'm not wrong, most users of Artlantis do. This is what they do. And they think it is correct. But I want to prove them wrong. This is totally wrong. This is totally wrong. This is what we call trial and error method of application of floor shaders. It doesn't go the appropriate way. Now, in this class, I want to show you the correct, when I say the correct way, the perfect way to apply floor shaders. Let me delete this first. Now, the correct way to apply floor shaders, follow these steps. First, I have an existing floor shader that came with this project because this project was done with ArchiCAD 18 and imported to Artlantis. Now, this is the floor shader that came with it. So, the first thing to do is to delete this floor shader since I don't like it. Now, I want to apply granite on this floor. Now, it is either I choose granite or I choose tiles. Now, whichever way. If you are making use of this particular tiles, now, let me show you the best way to apply it. Now, first thing you do is you drag this tile, drop it here. Now, remember, the tile you just drop is a square. Is square, containing 4 squares inside it. Now, there are two things you do here. Either you assume each of the small square here is 300 mm by 300 mm by size. If each of the small square here is 300 mm by 300 mm by size, it then means that this big square tile will be 600 mm this way by 600 mm this way. Now, if you assume that each of the small tiles inside here is 600 mm by 600 mm, it then means that this big tile here will be 1,200 mm this way by 1,200 mm this way. Now, what kind of tiles do you want to apply in this sitting room? Of course, this is a sitting room. Normally, we go with 600 mm tiles. So, if we are going with 600 mm by 600 mm tiles, it then means that these tiles that contain 4 squares here will be 1,200 mm by 1,200 mm tiles because it is four small square tiles. So this is 600 mm by 600 mm. This one is also 600 mm by 600 mm, making the total width this here to be 1,200 mm and 1,200 mm this way. Then once we drop this, you click. Make sure you click on shader first. If it is in perspective, like here, change it to this shader first. Then you drag the tile, drop it. We are making use of these tiles. Then you click on dimension. Once you click on dimension, change this unit to millimeter because I'm working with millimeter. Change it to millimeter. Change this one also to millimeter and here to millimeter. Now we give this tile size. Like I said, it is 1,200 millimeter by 1,200. Of course, the moment you click here 1,200 millimeter, here also changes to 1,200 millimeter. Now, what does this space mean? This space simply means the gap between this marble here and this marble, these white strips, the size of these white strips that you are seeing between this marble, that is what we mean by that spacing. So, but this time around, these tiles that we just applied here already has each spacing given. So there is no point assigning any spacing here. What you do is you leave it as 0. Now, once you drop this, you have changed this to 1,200 by 1,200. Don't do anything yet. Click at your 2D view. Open your 2D view. Your 2D view will open. Once it opens, this is what it looks like. Click at this spot so that when you click at this spot, it will open the floor plan completely. Look at what happened now. It has opened the floor plan. If I click on it again, it changes this way. But if I want to see the floor plan completely, I'll click on it. Now it opens. Now, when you are then assuming, put yourself in the shoe of a tiler. You are trying to tile this room. You don't start from the center. You don't start randomly. You start from one corner of the room. So I want to choose this place, this corner, as where I want to start laying the tile. So I will drag this tile to this place. Watch as I zoom and drag it closer. Finally, this is beautiful. This is good, correct way. You don't lay tiles randomly. You start from a corner by positioning the tile. Now, having positioned it this way, exit your 2D view. Then click at this spot. Click at this spot. the tiles will spread evenly in the room. Then click OK. Now, if you observe, you see how this place looks like. That is the bells here. Bells here. So you change this to horizontal. Once you change it to horizontal, it will look neat. Now, having done this, the next thing is to give the tiles a little reflection by changing this to either you type 10. You see what happens. The room glows. It has a reflective nature. Now, if you feel that it reflects too much, you can type, let's type 5. You see what it looks like. This is the best way to apply tiles like this. This particular application has to do with tiles of this nature. This is not a single tile. This is a tile of 4 squares. Now, if you have tiles of a single slate of tile, like this case, you have this. If you are making use of this single slate, the application differs. Now, you have seen how to apply this kind of tiles. These particular tiles, you have seen how we apply it. Now, the next thing I want to show you is how to apply single slate of tile. Remember, what we just finished now is application of 4 squares like this. 4 slates of tiles that are woven together. 4 slates of tiles. These 4 slates because they are 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how it is applied. Now, if you have a single slate of tiles like you have here, how do we apply that? That is what I want to show you. Now, we are going to delete this flush shader now and apply another one. A single slate of tiles. Let me choose a single slate of tiles of my choice and show you how to apply that. Okay. Let me go with this marble. This is a marble. You see it? This is a marble. Now, drag this marble. It's a single slate of marble. Drop it. You see it? Once you drop it, the next thing you do is you click on this dimension. Once dimension opens, you see the size is 750 by 750 millimeters. It's already 750 millimeters by 750 millimeters. If you want to make it to be 600, you just type 600 millimeter by 600 millimeter. Of course, you see what it looks like now. Now, spacing. You have to give it spacing because it is single slate. The previous one we just did now is 4 slates. In that particular application of tile, the tile has already have its spacing already. So yeah, that is why we did not apply spacing there. Now, in this case of single slate of tile, we will give it spacing. Give it 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter. You have done that. Now, having done that, don't click anything there. Open your 3D view and choose where you start laying of this marble. I will also repeat the same thing by dragging it. No, that's wrong. It has just altered our figure. Alright. So let's drag it to this spot. At this edge, this is where you start laying of the marble. Zoom it well and position the tile very well. Beautiful. As a tiler, this is where I'm beginning to lay the tile. Now, having done that, I will exit my 2D view. Then click at this spot. Click at this spot. It will spread throughout the room. Then I will click OK. Once I click OK, I will change this to horizontal. Now watch, do you see the strips? This is that 10 mm we just gave is what created these strips here. Now, having done this, I'll have to make this tile to be a bit shiny and reflective. So I will type in 5 in the reflection there. You see, it is reflective. You see, it's very reflective. Now with this, your marble, which is the floor shader of this room, is perfectly and correctly placed in the room. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you learned something new today, which will help you to improve your application of floor shaders. Remember, geometric tutorials is always self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory. That is why I take time to give detailed explanation of every step that I take. There is no how you would watch this video you will not enjoy. Please like our video and also share it. Thank you for watching.